Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I've got a recipe for some Shami kebabs, and these are so yummy. Like seriously, you guys can see how nice and juicy they are. So if you guys would like to know how I made these, then please keep watching. So you will firstly need 1 cup of chana dal, which I've pre-soaked for a few hours, but minimum I would say pre-soak this for an hour. You also need some cooking oil of your choice, as well as 1 large egg, some ginger and garlic paste, 1 piece of breast chicken, some salt, some turmeric, red chili powder, red chili flakes, some garam masala, some jeera or cumin seeds, ground coriander, a handful of green chilies, 1 small potato, 1 white onion, and some coriander. Firstly, in a large pan, I filled it up with halfway with water, and I've added the chicken breast into the water. So I added in 1/4 teaspoon of ginger and garlic paste, and now I'm going to add in just a pinch of salt. Obviously this is to taste, but you have to bear in mind we're going to half the amount of salt you're going to use. So we're going to put half in this and half later on. So we want to wait for all of this to come to a boil, and only when it's come to a boil then you want to put the lid on and then leave it for about 5 to 10 minutes on the gas. But I'll show you guys what it looks like when it comes to a boil and when I put the lid on and how long for. So you can see now that it's come to a boil and the chicken's changed colour, and now what we want to do is put the lid on top and leave that to simmer for about 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, just check back in. So the chicken is done. What I did to help speed it up is I just chopped it into pieces halfway through. You can do that as well, but you'll know it's done when it's nice and soft and there's no blood inside the chicken. And you want to leave that water. Don't throw the water away, just take the chicken out of it, because we're going to use the water to put the chana dal into. In goes the chana dal. Put the gas on a high heat and add in all of the spices. So about 1/4 teaspoon of salt, just a teeny tiny amount of haldi, like that much. Gonna add half a teaspoon of chili flakes or crushed chili, teeny bit of chili powder, basically the same amount as the haldi, a half teaspoon of cumin seeds, and a little bit of ground coriander. Gonna add in some garam masala as well, so that was about 1/4 teaspoon. And then I'm going to add in the potato, which I've diced as well. Okay, so we're waiting for that to come to a boil in the same way that we waited for the water for the chicken to come to a boil. And then once it's come to a boil, we're going to put the lid on and leave it for about 5 to 10 minutes. But you have to keep checking in, because we're basically waiting for most of the water to evaporate and for the dal to go nice and soft. At this point you'll know how soft your dal is based on how long you've soaked it for. So you might have soaked it for an hour and it might take longer as opposed to if you soaked it overnight. But the water will come to a boil, as you can see, pretty quickly because it was already boiled before. So whilst we're waiting for the dal to come to a boil, what you want to do is get something that can grind everything together. And basically what I've added is the onion that I showed you guys in ingredients, as well as green chili and coriander. So all in all I've added half a bunch of coriander, and because my mixer is small I'm going to do half of it first and then grind the other half afterwards. Okay, so I've checked in, it's been about 10 minutes now, and my dal, like, it's not hard, it's soft, that's the word I'm looking for. But there's quite a bit of water. So what we're going to do is I've put the gas up on a high heat and I'm going to put the lid on just to wait for the water to evaporate, and we're going to leave that for another 10 15 minutes. Okay, so once the water is evaporated, it will look like this. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take this paste and put it into the mixer. Right, so I've added the mixture into a bowl with the grounded onions, chili and coriander, and give that a good mix. And then you also want to add in all of the chicken that we've shredded. You want to slowly mix this. Basically we're folding in the mixture, and then I'm going to add in the shredded chicken also. Again, fold everything in calmly, and I'm going to add in 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Salt to your taste, obviously. So I'm going to stop with a spoon, and my mom's kindly going to mix it together with her hands. Be careful because it might be hot. My mom's mixed everything now, and this is what we're left with. So you want to leave the mixture to rest for at least half an hour to make sure everything's cool and relaxed and rested. And at this point you might want to a frying pan and put in some oil, because we're going to shallow fry these. So make sure that's on a low heat and nicely warmed up. Okay, so you firstly want to get the mixture and make a rather small fat ball, and then patty thing, and then dip it into the egg, so like so, and then put it into the frying pan. You can see I made like 3 already. Shallow frying it. Please make sure that you don't get any water on there. That's crucial. We're not making this with water. You know, force of habit from normal kebabs and stuff. We put our hands in water and then we use it. But we're not doing that. We're putting this into the egg, and now you can see the colour of that, and that's the colour we're looking for. It takes about 2 minutes on either side, I'm going to say. So you don't want to overcook these because all the ingredients are already cooked. We're just waiting for that nice brown colour. And when you're flipping these, please make sure you're flipping them really gently, because they are more delicate than a normal kebab that you guys would make, so be really careful. And yeah, basically that's the colour we're looking for right here on both sides. You can see those two are that colour. So guys, once you've finished making kebabs, this is what you should get. And my serving suggestions would be loads of salad in a nice bun. Make like a gourmet burger. If you guys like this video, then please don't forget to subscribe and check out my other videos whilst you're here. Share with your friends and family, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Bye.